Before I get started with this commentary, I have to give a shout out to Harvey, aka Your World, and also General Africa Awakened, because both of those brothers did a good commentary about this story that I'm about to bring to you right now, coming out of Chicago. And I don't even know why they decided to blur the images of these guys when we've already seen what they look like without the blur. And the thing is, how could you? Let me just get into it. So these three knuckleheads decided to do the age-old blackface thing. We're not new to this. It's tiring, it's annoying, it's boring, but we're not new to it at all. So they decided that they were gonna throw on blackface and go for a little ride. That little ride led them to a McDonald's and led them to a black employee who they decided to taunt and say all types of shit to that person. And then, go from there. Now, they took pictures or videos of themselves, as you can see right here from these images, and put it online, and it went viral. Now, the school that they went to, based on what I've seen, the demographic of black people that are there is extremely high. So the black students there got upset, as they rightfully should have, and staged a walkout. They walked out and they pretty much protested, and so their voices could be heard. It got a lot of news coverage. Now, here's where their so-called high IQ decided to not kick in or kick in, depending on how you look at it. These individuals, if you look at what they're wearing besides the blackface, these individuals have on some paraphernalia. These idiots walked up into a McDonald's, taunted a black worker there, a black employee, wearing the clothes that are associated with the damn school they go to. That's how they were able to figure out they were students at the school. Like General Africa said in his commentary, they incriminated themselves. Now, I don't know if they didn't realize they had done that or if they did it on purpose. It's kind of hard to tell because it could be either or with them. They could have either been stupid enough to do this or they were that bold enough to do it. Now, a lot of times when they do stuff like this, they like to do it from a certain comfort level. Notice they had to go outside of their school, which I don't know what the demographic of the school, the name of the school is called Homewood Flossmoor High School. I don't know what the demographic ratio is of black students versus white students that are there, but based on the images that I saw, it's a lot of black students there. They were not going to do this in or around that school because they already knew what would happen if they did, if those black students there are about that life, that is. This goes back to the whole Dylan Roof thing with me. If y'all remember, he said that when he planned on doing what he was doing, now he planned it 6 months in advance before he actually did it. He said that he was going to go to a place where he would not get hemmed up or make it out alive. When he said that, he was referring to not going to any hood or project or ghetto, because he knew that a white guy going into a place like that is only there for one or two reasons. One, to get drugs, or two, probably some kind of agent of some kind. So he knew he wasn't going to do that. So what did he do? He ended up going to a church, and not just any church, but a very popular and historical black church in Charleston, where he knew he would actually be able to carry out his plan, in which unfortunately he did. A lot of white people who do stuff like this do it from a safe place. They're not that bold to do certain things around certain people. Some of them are, but they know that they're taking a risk. But what I said, what they fucked up at, is wearing the actual attire associated with the school. Because now, not only did they self-incriminate themselves, but now it gives the school a bad look. Because it's making it seem like, oh, y'all actually have people like there at this school that actually have these ideologies, and they boldly went around wearing the clothes. There's students there. They bet not ever show their face at that school again. And of course, the school had to put out the usual. They're going to be punished, this, that, and the third. What kind of punishment is it going to be? Because if it doesn't involve foot to ass, or fist to face, I don't think that's really much of a punishment. And then, of course, they're going to come up with the whole thing. Oh, they didn't know about blackface. They didn't know what blackface was. Bullshit. That's why we have the internet. You have Google. If you're too young to know what blackface is, go and Google what blackface is, and you'll find out what it is and why it is such an insult to black people. Historically wise. They knew exactly what they were doing. Every white person who does that blackface thing knows what they're doing, no matter what their age is. They just try to use that as a cover. They try to be very good actors, but they're horrible actors when it comes to stuff like this. And the amount of excuses they try to come up with as to why they did what they did. I say this, if they want to wear blackface so much, give them the black person treatment. Let them get pulled over and let them get their ass handed to them. Or worse, if you want to take it there. I bet you'll go home and wash that blackface off so fast, if you even make it home. So whatever happens to these three right here, if they get caught out somewhere, so be it. And I don't know why they blurred their faces out. They're wearing the school attire. It's not like they probably won't be that hard to figure out. And I believe Harvey said in this video that they're sophomores. If they go to a school that is, let's say, predominantly black, they will not be that hard to find. Just hypothetically saying. That's if they even come back. And the thing is, they'll let themselves be known, because if they don't come back to that school after this got out, they'll be able to figure out exactly which three it was. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.